John Sandoval, a.k.a. the center of Scandoval on Vanderpump Rules, has spoken publicly for the first time ever since his 2 piss-poor apologies that he posted on Instagram. And where else would he do it other than Howie Mandel's podcast? This was such a weird move
Obvious
to
choice.
me.
Obvious choice.
This had my mind in a pretzel all day yesterday. It was very wild. So if you didn't know, Howie does have a podcast for some reason with his daughter, and he's getting dragged on social for basically getting the biggest interview of all time right now and doing it without any research. Now, before I play you the clips, I want to mention that Howie got dragged first by Andy Cohen on his show.
Oh, no.
So everything was released yesterday, and then on Watch What Happens Live, during his Jackhole segment, Andy said, tonight's Jackhole goes to the fact that Howie Mandel apparently didn't know what he was getting himself into with his interview with Tom Sandoval today, because it seems like maybe he didn't do his homework. Even worse than Howie, Tom was full of stories and excuses. He continues to blame Ariana for why he cheated, which is driving me like absolutely insane. Here he is claiming that he already broke up with Ariana on Valentine's Day before the affair broke.
Before she found the stuff on your phone, she would have considered you guys still in a relationship, and maybe a relationship that could have been mended, right? Because she was going in a different direction than you.
I had already broken up with her 2 weeks earlier, and I told her, I said, listen, we don't have to post anything on social media. Like, let's talk through this. Like, we can like keep this like between us. Like, we always have kept stuff between us, and figure out a way to navigate this that like helps us both out. And then a couple days later, I sit down to talk with her again, and she's like, I'm like not letting you leave me. You're going to have to force me out of this relationship. And I was like, Ariana, like, I don't think I could be faithful in a relationship with you right now.
So he wanted us to feel sorry for him because he broke up with his girlfriend on Valentine's Day, even though he had been having a 7-month affair. Make it make sense.
With her friend.
With her bestie.
Yeah.
And it was going down in her house while Ariana was asleep. Make that make sense. Even worse, he went on and on about Rachel, even boasting about their first kiss that started while they were locked out of his house in their backyard.
We became really good friends, like really good friends. And I guess like Schwartz was just like, nah, I'm not into it. Nah, I'm not into it. And I'm like, dude, okay, whatever. You're dumb. Like, because obviously I thought very highly of her. And, you know, when we finally, like, we were hanging out and just talking, like we had hung out like 2 nights or whatever, like one night, and then like a couple nights later we hung out again, and like we literally talked till like the sun came up the first night with like my friend Brett. It was like the guy, like if you watch the show, it was the guys' night at the Mondrian, and then it was like see you next Tuesday or whatever, and then we were back at my house and we was just like talking. I'm locked out of my house, and we just like we kissed. Like it was like magnetic. Like we were talking, moving like closer, like just like as we were talking, like as time went on, it's like we would just start talking closer and closer, and then all of a sudden it's just like we're like hissing, and it's like I felt something that I hadn't felt in so long, like emotionally.